I'm Karen Vaughn, a registered herbalist with the American Herbalist Guild, and I'm going to show you today how to make mountain mint honey. Now, mountain mint is different from peppermint. Peppermint is from the mentha family, the mint family. It's the mint you're more commonly familiar with. But mountain mint, Pycanthemum, grows in the mountains from about as far south as Georgia, as far north and west as North Dakota, and in through the Appalachians. It has a flower that has been used, considered very powerful medicine. In fact, the Indians said if you stuck it in the nostrils of someone near death, it would revive them. Not something I've ever tried doing, and I think that there are many things we can do with the mountain mint today that will be a lot more useful for us on a daily basis. Now, I'm going to make a mint honey, a mint infused honey. And to do this, I'm taking the leaves of the mountain mint and I'm going to fill the jar about half full. The leaves have a very strong camphor odor. It smells really minty, but it smells like more a medicinal mint than, say, a peppermint or a chocolate mint. And what we're going to do is we're going to fill up the jar with the mint. Now, because this is a much drier kind of herb than, say, a peppermint or a basil, I'm going to be using a runnier honey than I might normally use. What I'm using today is a eucalyptus honey. And the eucalyptus honey itself has certain properties that help with the extraction and with fighting colds and things of that sort. We're going to pour in the honey and pack down the leaves so that they aren't above the surface of the honey. This is not a precise amount. You're allowed to improvise quite a bit when you're making herbal honeys. I try to have honey that just covers the fresh leaves because that makes it strong enough to use medicinally. But for instance, you can use herbal honeys that are made at lower levels. When my children were young and not eating any vegetables, I would put basil and mint and lemon balm in their honey so that I could get at least a little vegetable into them. But if I made it too strong, they weren't going to eat it at all in their peanut butter sandwiches, so it worked. Use your own taste and use, the uses for it as a guide for how much to use. Putting as little as a sprig of the honey, a sprig of mint into honey is very nice. It's not going to give you very much as far as the properties of the plant itself. Getting all the bubbles up. And then I'm going to leave this for about 2 or 3 weeks. You can actually leave it longer. What the honey does is it dries out the leaves. So it's drying them out and pulling out the liquid that is in the leaves themselves. And if you leave it there, you're going to have a honey with rather dryish leaves inside. Since this is already a pretty tough leaf, I prefer to strain it out afterwards. And you can strain it through a fairly coarse sieve because I've left the leaves basically large and intact, so it comes out more easily. If I'm using basil, sometimes I just leave it in there and you can enjoy eating the basil. But with mountain mint, I think we're better off to strain it and use it in good stead.